So just Sami Zayn and Paul Heyman will be out with me tonight. That's it.
Oh, did they have a backstage segment?
Yeah,
I must have missed it.
yeah, it was during the pre-show.
Okay, because the whole time I'm like, there's no fucking Roman segment. That's weird. There's usually 100
Yeah,
of them.
during the pre-show, they went over the whole Sammy. Why did you disobey my orders? And Jey Uso said I called him because we got kicked out of the building, and he's just looking out for the bloodline. And Roman's like, "Is that true?" And Sammy was like, "Yeah, I was just looking out for the bloodline." He's like, "Well, why were we talking about yesterday? Let's talk about tonight." And then yeah, so he's like, "So tonight, you, Sammy, and Paul Heyman, you go out with me. Solo, you and the twins, you stay back here." Well, yeah, that was on the pre-show. I was saying it was weird that I actually caught that because I never watched the pre-show, but this time I did, and I saw that. So there we go. But that leads us to our main event.
But da da da, what a main event it was too.
Yes, it was Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns with Sami Zayn by his side.
Right off the bat, I noticed that there was a genius with a tribal queef sign, and I thought that was just hilarious.
Yeah, that was that was definitely definitely an interesting sign to, and he caught it right on the hard camera too.
Yeah, it was right in Roman's face too, so you know he saw it.
Yeah, and I was thinking I was like, isn't that what Edge called him
I don't
a
know,
long time ago? But
maybe
I think it was a callback to what Edge called him,
that's probably why they didn't take it away then.
I think he just held it up at that moment too.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, oh, I'm gonna wait. I know I know I'm gonna get caught on this one. But yeah, you have Roman Reigns. He gets his
Three and a
long
half hour
intro.
entrance. Yeah,
It was actually, I timed it. It was actually 5 minutes only.
that's like a song.
But yeah, he hits the ring. As the bell rings, the crowd is immediately behind Sami Zayn. You get a chant of
Sammy
Sami
Uso.
Uso. Yeah, you get your Sami Uso chant, and this is before they even lock up. And then you have Kevin Owens telling Roman, "They don't care about you."
Yeah,
And then we get into the actual match. It was a pretty slow pace match to start off with, as pretty much all Roman Reigns matches are, and then the heat up at the end.
it was great
Uh,
though because think about it. Kevin Owens, like ever since War Games, he's been doing nothing but tear through the bloodline. He's been through the Usos and in both tag matches and singles matches. He just went through Sakoa Joe. He's been getting the upper hand and like he'll attack him as a group. He'll fend him off with chairs and stuff. So he finally gets Roman one-on-one, and he runs into a brick wall. He's not going to manhandle Roman like he did with the others.
yeah,
Roman puts him in his place quick.
yeah, so Roman's controlling this match. I guess to kind of pick it up towards the end, there was a spot here where the referee, he gets incidentally contact, so he's out for a little bit.
He's out for the rest of the day.
And no, it wasn't the rest of the day. It was out for only a little bit.
There wasn't a different ref. I didn't even pay attention.
No, it was the same ref.
Okay.
So, as the ref gets knocked out, Roman Reigns tells Sami Zayn, "Get me a chair." And Sami Zayn's like, "You told me not to do anything." And Roman's like, "I'm telling you right now to go get a chair." So, Sami Zayn, he goes and gets the chair.
It's like he's never gotten a chair before in his life,
Yeah, so he goes over to the ring announcers section,
where there's clearly not any chairs.
and then you have Paul Heyman yelling at him, "The chairs are under the ring!"
Yeah.
So he goes under the ring and he gets the chair, and he's hesitating to give it to Roman Reigns. And then finally he does give it to Roman Reigns, and this took so long, Kevin Owens was able to recuperate.
Of course.
I think he hits Reigns with a stunner,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
he goes for the pin, and then we get a very, very close near fall off of that pin. And at this moment you have Sami Zayn's like, "Oh shit." But yeah, Roman Reigns, he kicks out. And then to kind of the end of the match is we're on the outside, and Roman Reigns takes Kevin Owens. So if you can imagine the stairs,
Steel stairs.
and yeah, the still stairs, and as you're like the steps of the stairs that you would walk up. So we're in the front of the stairs, facing the actual stairs, and Roman Reigns throws Kevin Owens backwards into the stairs and
Twice.
sold it to where yeah, sold it to where it looks like the sausage meat part of Kevin Owens' head. So like where his neck and his head meet, that hit the
Oh yeah,
corner of the stairs.
it looked brutal.
Yeah, and not only did he, it wasn't good enough to do it once. He did it again, and he threw Kevin Owens into the stairs again. And then we get the spear dominant win over Kevin Owens.
Yes.
Because, yeah, from that point, you knew Kevin Owens was out of it.
Yeah. How can you not be?
Yeah, then we go into post match, and this is where the story just gets even better. So, post match, Kevin Owens, well, yeah, post match, Roman Reigns, he starts to continue the beatdown on Kevin Owens. Out comes the Bloodline, Usos and Solo, and they're all taking turns beating up Kevin Owens.
Usos
Just,
give him the 1D.
yeah, just punches, and then they give him the 1D. Roman Reigns, he asked for handcuffs.
Whoa.
Another
Before
great...
that, Sokoa Joe does the Umaga chair thing.
Oh, was that before that?
Yeah. Then they handcuffed Owens.
Yeah, so... yeah, so... yeah, that gives you a good view into how brutal it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get the 1D, and then Solo Sikoa, he does what he did to Matt Riddle to write him off TV. Chair wedged in his head, and then does the hip attack into the turnbuckle, and then they handcuff Kevin Owens to the ropes. There's a great line. So Roman Reigns, he's like, "Wise man, I need some handcuffs," and Paul Heyman said, "Hey, whenever the tribal chief wants handcuffs, I have handcuffs."
Paul Heyman's great.
So yeah, so they handcuff him to the ropes. There's two handcuffs, so it's like his arms are spread out, and the Usos now are taking turns super kicking him in
They
like a Congo
super
line.
kicked the fuck out of him. I've never seen so many super kicks in all my life. The Young Bucks would have like felt shame.
Yeah, it was a super kick party. It was like one at a time, and then they started doing it together. They were just super kicking the shit out of
Yeah.
So yeah, they incapacitate Kevin Owens, and then Roman Reigns finally, he's stepping in to take his turn. He grabs the chair that was introduced earlier that maybe never got to use, and he's gonna go hit a handcuffed Kevin Owens. He's about to hit him with the chair. At which point, Sami Zayn, he steps in front of Kevin Owens and he says, "You don't have to do this. You've already proven your point. This is beneath you." And Roman Reigns is like, "You're right." And then he holds his hands out and hands Sami Zayn the chair. He was like, "You're right. This is beneath me. I don't need to do this. You need to do this." So we have Sami Zayn left with a decision. I guess this was his final test. Can you really attack Kevin Owens and prove that you're in the bloodline? And Sami Zayn, he's holding the chair. At first, he's hesitant to do it. And again, Kevin Owens still handcuffed through all this. So he's hesitant to do it. Roman Reigns is like, this is what you wanted. You're being part of the bloodline. I'm giving you everything. This guy's holding you back from being the main event. Yada yada yada. Just go ahead and do it, and we can move on from this. There's no turning back now. It kind of reminded me of like in the gangster movies before like someone's about to go like initiate into a gang.
Yeah.
It's like there's no turning back from this moment. Like once you in, you in. So yeah, Reigns tells him all this. Sami Zayn still holding the chair. And then as Reigns turns around, so now, if you can imagine, the Usos are by the ropes. Sami Zayn is in between them, and then Roman Reigns is in front of Sami Zayn, and then Kevin Owens is in front of that. And as Reigns is looking at Kevin Owens, waiting for Sami Zayn to hit Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn finally makes his decision. He picks up the chair, and wham! It's Roman Reigns in his back. And immediately, so Roman Reigns, he falls down. And immediately, Sami Zayn, he turns and looks at the Usos. You have Jey Uso's like, "Why would you do this? We've been treating you as a brother."
Mm-hmm.
It was so emotional. And Sami Zayn said, I don't know what he said. It's something about he had to.
Yeah.
And he didn't fight it. He just dropped the chair. And yeah, Jay's over there. He's emotional. Jimmy, he doesn't know what to do. And then finally he super kicks Sami Zayn. And then Roman Reigns starts to get his pound of flesh.
Well, doesn't Jay
Huh?
jump on him?
Oh yeah, he did.
Okay.
So we get the super kick, and now no, it was a little bit after that. So we get the super kick. Jay starts to hammer Sammy. I'm sorry, no, Jimmy starts to hammer Sammy.
Okay.
Jay never touches him.
That wasn't okay. I thought Jimmy super kicked him, and then I thought Jay got on top of him and started hitting him.
No, that was also Jimmy.
Okay.
Jay never touched him.
Okay. Good item.
Like
Because you
yeah,
can't fucking fast forward or rewind on Peacock.
yeah, he stood in the corner the whole time, like emotional.
Okay.
And then Solo, he picks, he throws Jimmy off of Sammy, picks him up, and then does the Samoan spike. And then Roman Reigns, he starts to get in, starts pounding Sammy, and then at at which point, after the beatdown, as he's standing tall, you have, and they go to get the lay, you have the whole crowd chanting "Fuck you, Roman," which they were invested in this.
Right.
And finally, we look over to Jay, being Roman. He looks over at Jay, and Jay doesn't know how to act. He just basically gets out of the ring and walks off because he's not going to be part of this. Because again, Sami Zayn was like a brother to him,
Right.
and he finally accepted him. So there's so many layers of that, and then back in the ring, Roman starts to pedal his lay, or Sammy's lay. He starts to throw the pedals on him, and that's how we go off the air.
That's how we go off the
As
air.
Sami Zayn is laying flat on his back, Roman Reigns is standing tall, Kevin Owens is still handcuffed after the ass whooping he took.
Well, and the best part is, as they're all leaving, Jimmy gives him one more super kick.
Oh yeah,
Just for, just no reason. They're just walking, and he just super kicks them. Now, this is great. I still think it's rushed, but at least they're going somewhere with it. I guess my only issue is, like, not a couple weeks ago, Sami Zayn was gearing to do to Kevin Owens what Sakoa Joe did with the chair. So, I mean, for him to get a queasy stomach now, it's just a little weird.
well, yeah, I can see that.
But, I mean, he had to separate from the bloodline eventually. So, better late than never. And I don't know. Are we going to gear up for Elimination Chamber? Are we going to gear up for WrestleMania? I don't see Sammy and Roman being a WrestleMania match, but I don't know.
Well, you still don't see it,
Nope.
and I say, how can you not see it after that
Because he just got
ending?
annihilated.
I know, but after that ending, after how invested the crowd was into it, like when we ended the night, were you thinking about Cody Rhodes being in WrestleMania? No.
Yes.
You were thinking about what's going to happen next with this bloodline story that doesn't involve Cody Rhodes in any way.
Well, I was just thinking that, okay, so Sammy on Monday is going to talk about how he got his ass kicked and how he had to do the right thing. And
Oh, we're not seeing Sammy for a while.
You don't think so?
Or Kevin.
I don't know. Like, I'm expecting to see Kevin Owens like the next taping.
He'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, he'll be at main event. Hey guys.
I don't know. I don't think we see them for a while.
Wow. They win though. We're talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it showed me how much this story is the story. Like this just proves that the payoff is a WrestleMania moment.
Yeah.
Like
Be a
with how invested.
Be a WrestleMania moment for Roman.
Sami Zayn even had an interview with Ariel Helwani. He said he can't be a top guy,
Oh.
but he could be a champion. And he said you got to remember the top guy and the champion are two different things, or the face and the champion. For instance, Kane was the champion, but Stone Cold was the face. Mankind was the champion, but The Rock was the face. He didn't say that. I'm just saying that.
I don't see him being a champion. At least not the world champion. They'd have to,
Yeah, but he
unless
pretty
Roman
much.
loses it to somebody weaker, and they have to like dilute it a couple champions for Sammy to get it.
Well,
Like the Miz would have to
if
get
if
it.
Roman loses it, then the Sammy window's closed. Like this whole thing, it's only because of this bloodline story that Sammy's even a conversation.
Unless Sammy
So if
costs
it's
him the title, and that leads to a program with Roman.
oh, I don't want to see that. No one wants to see that.
Why not?
Cause talking about it being for a title, like if it's just Sammy versus Roman for I don't know respect, I don't want to see that.
It wouldn't be respect. It
It'd
would
be
just be
worthless.
it'd be Roman wanting to get his pound of flesh for costing him the title. It would be the same match. Roman would just beat the shit out of Sammy and then win.
And then you have, yeah, it would be really worthless. But more and more people are starting to get to this whole Sammy Sami Zayn thing.
Yeah, it's not
Just
there.
remember you heard it here first. And when when you believe it's a show, then you can see things like that.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Yep. But if you disagree with anything, let us know in the comments. If you agree with anything, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and all the social media stuff. But until next time, Top Guys